So hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Glenn. Today we're looking at the 2019 new generation banknotes. Don't worry about the coins down below. I'm not talking about them. Manx coins for another video. So uh, I don't think I've actually done a video on these because the banknote that we want to compare, so the Fraser and Gatien, or whatever his name is, yeah, well, it's not hard to get. It's not very common to get in circulation. And in this video, we'll talk about which ones you should actually be collecting. So if we get into it and we look at the prefix, so we are looking at the banknote serial numbers. And I like to do this because I'm too lazy to do, a screenshot. So we have two different variations, and both of them start with AA and end in EA. Yeah, but there is a difference in the numbering. So the low print ones that you want to get always have an O after 19 because there's only 189,000 plus change. The more common ones, which are the low Gatiens, so the low Fraser or the low print ones, you have about 147, 1,470,000 plus change. So it goes from 200,000 to 3,470,000. So basically, for me, you can do whatever you'd like. 40 Gatiens and low, I'd only collect those in uncirculated condition. For general prefix, 40 first prefix, I'll just get them in, very fine plus. And for the last prefix, I'll get in any condition. With the Fraser, because they're a low print, the EA is the more expensive. I think the coin catalog has it at 175,000. So basically, if you want to buy it on the internet, you're probably paying $100 in uncirculated. The EA is about 150, so about 70, 80 in uncirculated. But we'll check eBay and see what they're going for. And the general prefix I'll probably keep in extremely fine and above. So this, in the long term, will be a lot more demand for that one than this one. So in the other years where they have actually had two signatures in the same year, so they have had a few, but with the polymer ones, I think it's $5, 1996. I need to confirm that. If you get a Renix catalog, you can actually look it up. Yep, so 96, you've got two different prefixes, signatures. So, is it 90? Or is it 97? Here we go. We have the $5. Yeah, 96 are two different signature variations, both at Evans. And these one count down, so you need to subtract that one from that one and give you the actual number. You need to subtract the 439,000 from that one and will give you the print run. So this one's the lowest, and they both start BA to EA. And the more expensive banknote is, for some reason, this one's more expensive in the first prefix. $120 compared to, no, $160 compared to $120. But for the general last prefix, this one, it has a lot more. It's only about 100,000 of them printed, about 110 or something like that. My maths is not really that good. So the low prefix is the best one to get. And if you want the last one, the catalog value for this one, the more common, is 125. The catalog value for this one is 1,100. So it's about, you need to take about a third or half of that for the actual real value. So that's my reasoning for getting the last prefixes and the first prefixes of the long signatures. So how would you tell when you get them in your hand that, I forget this all the time. Which one you need to keep? Well, basically, I don't remember the actual signatures. I just remember the size. So you got big, 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 small. And what you need to keep is big, big. And if you turn over to serial numbers, okay, there should always be a 0. So for this one, yeah, that's big, big. So we fold it over like that. Yeah, there should always be a 0 after the 9. So that's how you should know. And if you take the big, small signatures, fold it around like that, you should always have a 2 after the 9, or even a higher number. So there should never be a 0 or 1. So that's basically how you remember. Or you could just keep it and, just take it home and wait till you get home, unless you're not desperate for money. So what we need to look at is the actual sold values for these banknotes. So you just open up, type in, $20, 2019. We've got AA19. I checked that. It's low Fraser. It's pretty uncirculated. So they're only selling for $30 for the first prefix of the low print one. So we're talking about the big, big signatures. So the grey TNs and the low. Then you got, so this is that's a high prefix. So, the low ATNs are not really getting that much value. $25, you're not making any money. It's all going on eBay fees. General prefix 35, minus $10 of postage, because never send anything untracked. When I used to do that, I used to get probably 1 out of 100. I'm not saying they never got it, but ever since I send everything tracked, it's never happened. So some people have just been dodgy, trying to get free stuff. Okay, first prefix. Yeah, looks like. Yeah. Okay, so this one looks like the ATNs, so that seems to be going for a higher value. It's $89 for that, whether it's sold or I don't know. You need to take this with a bit of grain of salt. It's the best thing to actually get your prices. But, some people buy their own stuff and then they cancel it and then they relist it again just to make it look like someone's purchased it. Here's another one. Yeah, first prefix. Sold for face value. Lost money on that. So you can get, that's a general one. So you can get the first prefix for about $20 to $30. This is general prefix. Low ATNs, $30. Yeah. So I don't see any last prefix that have been sold. So I should actually look at that. I'll probably come back to this in the future. See. Okay, let's see if we have last prefix. And it's good because the temperature's actually dropped 10 degrees. It was 31, it's about 22 now. And no, we've got a lot of first prefix because it's AA. It's a lot easier to actually tell than the last prefix. Even I can't remember the last prefix is. I need to go to catalog. This is what I mean. You just forget about it. EA, that's it. So, no, I don't see any last prefix being sold. Got to have a banknote. Oh, here you go. 57 for both, and they're Gateians based because they have a 2 after the 9. And same with that one. The Gatean prefixes are actually not getting that much at the moment. Here we go. Well, $26 for the low print run. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, that's the low print one that you want. $26. No, I would have actually put it on buy it now, probably for at least $50 or above. The person lost money. So you can actually get some good banknotes, but that's the only last prefix that's actually sold for Fraser and is it Low and Fraser? Whatever. See, that's what I mean. I don't. Yeah, $26. So you'd really need to wait at least 20, 30 years before these actually get really good value. Uncirculated ones would probably equal inflation or even more, uh, depending on the denomination. That above this, 50 and 100, they get a lot harder to actually sell. And I think the anomaly was when they were first issued in 2019, when people had FOMO, fear of missing out. So these were actually going for, I think, between $100 and $200. People were purchasing these for. If anyone knows the actual value they were selling for, and I'm talking about the Low and the Fraser, so the big signatures, not these ones. So people who purchased these in 2019, 20, and they purchased them with big money, they're not going to get the returns now, not for quite a long time. So that's another thing you need to worry about. If you need to set a budget, so for one of these, like the next thing come out, you set a budget. If it comes out for $20, maybe put a budget of $40 or something. If you miss out, let it go. No use pursuing it, especially these are pretty common. And hopefully afterwards the price will die down. A lot of these things, the price does die down. There's a few things in which the price doesn't die down. But if you leave it like a year, you can probably get it for, like if this price went up to 100, and now they've actually dropped down to pretty much face value, it looks like. Yeah, so you just need to wait. And hopefully you learn something from the actual banknote collecting. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video. I hope this helps you with your banknote collecting, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.